Alright. What's going on, guys? Just here in the basement. Never really filmed down here. I don't know why. But I'm about to open. This is another beer that Dan ABA sent me. It's his Framboise. It's a sour brown ale with raspberries. So, oof. I'm going to give this a little review and talk about what happened over the GABF weekend. So as you guys may or may not know, probably do, I hung out with Nate from Under the Table Brewing, Nate, Larry 22, Larry, and Paul from Time for Another One. So they all came into Denver, and hold on, keep going here. I'm not gonna. Sorry. Okay, I have to shut the door. So they came down. Sorry about that. I'm not going to edit the video. So they all came down, and they all had hotels, actually pretty close to each other, down by the convention center downtown, where the GABF was at, and got to hang out with them on Thursday. They went to the. I won't spoil too much, but hung out with them a little bit on Thursday. I had to recover on Friday. I had to take the day off. I had to work too, which sucked, but that was a brutal day. And then Saturday for the member session, we all met up and went to the Saturday morning session, and then we went to the Falling Rock Tap House and drank a shitload of Pliny the Elder and a bunch of stuff. Paul and Laramo 22, they took a bunch of video. Nate did too. I didn't take any video, just a couple pictures and stuff, so I don't really have much. But keep an eye out on their guys' channel, because they'll be editing up hours and hours of footage. Gosh, it smells great. It's got a light kind of reddish hue to it. Smells. It does smell like a raspberry lambic. What are those called? Are those Framboise? Whatever. You can definitely get the fruit. It doesn't smell like a brown. It does have some like a lactic tartness smell to it, and the fruit freshness. Let's go ahead and give this one a whirl. It's been sitting in my fridge for 2-3 weeks. Oh yeah, that's more sour than I thought it was going to be. Fucking Dan. Damn, dude, he makes some good sour beers. The raspberry kind of sweetness is the first thing that hits you in it. And that goes right into the sourness, like kind of a lactic sourness. I think I have a hard time distinguishing between lactic sourness and pedio sourness. And Dan, I don't know if there is a difference much, but I would say this is more of a lactic sourness, but phenomenal beer. Again, I tried his another one of his beers. So I tried his Solera sour, which was phenomenal. This one's phenomenal too. One thing I said this in the last video. One thing I don't like about like a lot of Flanders Reds and sometimes some old Bruins and stuff is they'll have like a vinegar bite to it. I'm not a huge fan of the vinegar thing. This doesn't have it. It is quite sour on the back end. Phenomenal beer. It's not thin or anything. I mean, it feels like it's still got some body to it. A little bit of sweetness. I don't know if that's from the raspberries or the Final Gravity or not, but it's phenomenal beer. I could seriously drink this. I'd be totally happy with this beer. If I bought this beer commercially, I'd give it 5 stars. Anyways, back to the GABF. So everyone brought beers down. So I got to try a couple of Nate's beers. Lermo totally hooked me up. He brought me down a 6-pack of some blackberry mead, fireball mead, chocolate raspberry stout, barley wine oak aged, vanilla bean porter, imperial brown. Oh, the naturally soured one. Dan ABA reviewed this one, so looking to get into that one. So I am excited about that. He brought me down like a brew festival shirt that I wore during the GABF, and man, I couldn't have had a better time with those guys. They were so awesome. Just super friendly, welcoming. It was a great time. I mean, the GABF is fun. You know, you go there, you try a bunch of beers. I don't think I'd go to the GABF by myself. You know, if it was just me going, if I didn't, I went with my brother-in-law, but you know, I don't know if I'd go by myself. It's and it's kind of one of those things I don't go to, that since I live here I never go to it, you know. So I should go to it more often. But I mean, it's a lot of fun. The member session was cool. The lines weren't too bad, but you know, going down there and seeing a bunch of guys that you know, you watch their videos and you kind of know them, but they're kind of like cousins or uncles that you haven't seen in a long time. Like you only see them for family reunions, so you got stuff to talk about, but you've never actually met. So it's kind of strange, but it was really cool. And yeah, all 3 of those guys, and bhbrewing too. He lives here in town, so obviously, and we have the same brew club, so I see him at least every month. So that was cool too, hanging out with Larry, and bhbrewing. He's always the raddest dude ever. He basically saved my life. He basically saved me from getting totally mugged and beaten down and robbed. So thanks again, Larry. But yeah, it was totally awesome time. They're totally awesome guys to hang out with, and man, they rally too. They're like out every day at 10 o'clock in the morning, like, hey, let's meet up, let's da-da-da-da-da. You know, and I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, man, they came to drink beer, and they did not disappoint. And Nate's wife came too, and she's a sweetheart girl, real nice. And but yeah, we got to all hang out, and they got to hang out a lot because they were all centrally located downtown Denver. I'm way up north, so for me to go down is kind of an ordeal, and I didn't go down Friday. But they, I think they had a good time. I definitely had a good time hanging out with them, so it was an awesome weekend. But yeah, other than that, I've got some talking about sour beers. I'll be doing a video pretty soon of me checking my barrel out. I just need to get a sample thief out and check some gravities and give that a taste. I'm a little nervous to do it just because it's such a big time. If it goes wrong, and I'm just worried about like a lactic, or is it not lactic? Acetobacter getting into it, which will turn it into vinegar. So I'm really worried about that. But hopefully there's none of that in the barrel. But I've got a bunch of sour beers. I got a Flanders Red that's 14, 15 months old. Some other beers that are a year old. So I need to start getting on that and brewing some beers and brewing some sour beers and kegging sour beers and stuff like that. Dan, I'm gonna send you some of my. I've got 3, 4, 5. So I'll send you 2 of my 100% Brett beers that I did for the competition. They've gone from totally fruity to more of a funky thing. So, and also let me know if you get Crooked Stave down there. They just released a batch 100% Brett fermented with kumquats, Centennial kumquats and Centennial hops. So it's a dry hopped Brett beer. So let me know if you can get the beers. If you get that beer down there, I won't send it to you. But if you can't get Crooked Stave, I'll send you. I picked you up a bottle today. But fabulous beers. I've got 6-pack of beer to try from Larry. And Paul brought some beers down. They did a bunch of tastings on Friday, and he's actually bhbrewing has some beers for me too, that from Paul. So yeah, it was a great time. Really looking forward to next year. Obviously, I don't think Paul would. I mean, who knows? But I don't know if he'd come back down from New Zealand again. You know, I know it's a big expense for people from out of state, but you know, guys, be thinking about it. Let me know. I can pick people up from the airport. You know, take a couple. I can do brewery tours or whatever you guys wanted to do. Love to see Dan ABA come out. You know, come out for the GABF next year, Dan. That's a call out. We could, you know, plane tickets are pretty cheap from Vegas to Denver. Hey, I got a basement too you can sleep in. The only problem is I'm so far up north. But, yeah, so all is good. I haven't really been brewing much. I got a Kolsch on tap that's been lagering for a couple month or two. I haven't really tried that, to be honest with you. But, and I got a Session Belgian IPA I've been drinking on. That's okay. It's got a weird kind of bubblegum thing that I'm not super crazy about. It's like no Belgian, but just this bubblegum like taste. So it's okay. It's fine. But all right. That's all I got for you guys. Yeah. Cheers. Thanks for the friend bros, Dan. This is a phenomenal beer. Oh, it's great. So, yeah, that's it. All right, we'll catch you guys later. Bye. The quick tour of the man cave. Mr. Reagan. Xbox. Almost never play it anymore. Got the spare bedroom down here now, so let's just take a peek in here. While we're down here, I'm set down this. Phenomenal beer. Let's see what we got here. We got the Dan ABA Lambic. We brewed basically the same, pretty close to the exact same base beer and the same yeast, so that's pretty cool. I got about 12 gallons of that. That's probably 6 or 7 months old. I don't know. I got the Flanders Red. That's a year old. That's tasting pretty good. I tried it about 3 months ago. Took a gravity sample and we'll be trying that again. I got a Rosalaire, 100% Rosalaire, you know, kind of Pilsner base blend. So that is officially 11 months old. That one was brewed. So that one's about 15 months. This one's 13 months old. This one was done 1 year ago. This one was done 8 months ago. I've got a bunch of like little tiny beers I've been doing. Here's that wild ale beer, or that 100% wild fermentation beer that I got. So I have not tried that one either. That guy right there. But I just got a few half-gallon dreg beers that I could, bottle. I could blend into something. I could make a 5-gallon batch out of them. I just kind of keep them going. And then I got this one over here. This one's really good. I tried this one about 6 months ago and it was already sour as shit. It's a Oculus Dregs from Cricket Stave, which I think they only did Oculus 1 year, but that was a fabulous sour beer. But yeah, got a fly tying station too. Time on flies. Don't do it very often, but I don't know if it's focusing. Yeah, anyways, I do some fly fishing when I can. But alright guys, thanks for staying with me, and we'll see you guys. Everyone that came out to the GABF, both Larry's, Nate, and Paul, great time. You guys keep watching their channels because they have a bunch of video that will probably take them forever to edit, because some of it's just drunken shenanigans, and then some serious stuff. Paul did he went to the to like on Friday morning. It was sweet. He like got a press pass and he did all that stuff. So there's probably tons of video there. All right, guys, I've been rambling on for too long. We'll see you. Bye.